Good day, everyone. Today, is my screen visible now at your end?
Yes po, ma'am.
Um,
Okay, today we'll be tackling about the verb patterns. But first, I need two students to deliver this conversation. And while you are doing it so, I want you to pay attention on the conversation because later on, I will ask you some questions regarding this. Is that clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's have Miss Ental and Mr. Santos to read the conversation. Is that okay?
Yes po, ma'am. Sure po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Ental, you will be playing as Luna, and Siren, you will be playing as Savi. You may proceed.
Okay, ma'am. I'll start na po. What do you like doing in your free time?
Um, I like reading books whenever I have a vacant time. How about you?
Oh, you enjoy reading books. I love reading books too, but I love to cook in my free time the most.
Oh, my father once taught me how to cook adobo, but I already forget how to do it.
The first dish that I cook is menudo, and recently my mom taught me how to cook chicken curry too. But I still prefer cooking menudo.
It's nice that you really like cooking.
Yes, but I'm into reading these days. Can you recommend a book?
You should try reading Sa Buwan Kita Natagpuan. It's a book full of poems. Again, Sa Buwan Kita Natagpuan.
Okay, I will try to read it once I will try to read it once I have a free time. Thank you for recommending.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruby and Siren. Now, Mr. Santos,
Yes, ma'am.
what is Luna and Savi talking about?
Um, they are talking about the things that they do on their free time, ma'am.
Okay, and what are the things that they are doing on their free time, Miss Intal?
Um, Luna loves cooking on her free time po, while Sevi prefers reading books po.
Okay, very good. You are all familiar with infinitives and gerunds, right?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Okay, now I want you to list down all the infinitives and gerunds that were used in the conversation. Each infinitive and gerund, okay? Even if it will repeat a couple of times, just list it all down. Is that clear?
Okay po. Yes po.
Yes po.
I will give you 3 minutes to list it all, and your 3 minutes starts now. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po.
Okay. Um, Siren, can you tell us the gerunds that you have listed down?
Okay po, ma'am. Sure po. Um, the gerunds that I have listed po is doing, reading, cooking, reading, recommending, and that's all po.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Siren. How about you, Ruby Ann? Can you tell us what are the infinitives that you have listed?
Yes po, ma'am. The infinitives that I listed down po are to cook, to do, to cook and to read po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruby Ann. Now, pay attention to the conversation again, and I will give you another 3 minutes to list down the verbs that follows the infinitives and gerunds that you just have listed. Is that clear?
Yes
Yes po,
po.
ma'am. Yes po.
Okay, and your 3 minutes starts now. Okay, are you done?
Yes po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, let's have Zion again. What are the verbs that follows the gerunds that you have listed a while ago? Match it with the gerunds you have listed.
Sure, ma'am. Um, doing. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Just for a moment. This is what I have listed po. Like doing, like reading, enjoy reading, love reading, prefer cooking, like cooking, and try reading po.
Very good. How about you, Ruby Ann?
Um, Here are the verbs that follows an infinitives naman po. Love to cook, taught me how to cook, forgot to do, another taught me how to cook, and try to read.
Okay, very good. Those things that you have listed down are verb patterns, verbs with infinitives, and verbs with gerunds. If I'm not mistaken, a while ago, you said that you are familiar with infinitives and gerunds. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
That's good. Knowing infinitives and gerunds in constructing a sentence can be considered as a basic thing, right? Most of the time we use the infinitives to do, to, to go, to run, to laugh, to have in constructing a sentence. So as the gerunds such as getting, doing, having, going, planning, and so on and so forth. Am I right?
Yes po.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but in constructing a sentence, if you want to follow a verb, which is already an action word, with another action word, we need to use either infinitive or gerund. Okay? Like, for example, what do you like doing in your free time? We use here the gerund doing after the verb like. For us to follow the verb like with another action in this sentence, we need to use a either infinitive or gerund, which in this case, we use the gerund. Clear?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Because if we follow the verb like here with another verb do, that is neither an infinitive or gerund, it will just be what do you like do in your free time? What do you like do in your free time? Do you like do in your free time? It sounds weird, right?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we really need to use either an infinitive or gerund. In this case, we're, we're in this case rather, we use the gerund doing. Another example, my father once taught me how to cook adobo, but I already forgot to do it. For us to follow the verb taught with another action, we use the infinitive to cook. So as for the verb forgot, we use the infinitive to do for us to follow it with another action. Are you following?
Yes,
Yes po.
ma'am.
This is the verb pattern. Verbs with infinitives and verbs with gerunds. And always remember that not all verbs that you see on a dictionary are verbs that can be followed by either infinitives or gerunds. There are there are only certain verbs that can be followed by those two. And not all those certain verbs that can be followed by an infinitive and gerund will not affect the meaning or the thought of this sentence once we change the we change it by one another. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There are certain verbs that can be followed by an infinitive or a gerund, and the meaning of the sentence will not change or will change a little. But there are also some instances where the meaning of the sentence will change. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, here are some certain verbs that can be followed by either infinitives or gerunds. And I will give you 5 minutes to choose two verbs here and formulate your own sentence that has the verb patterns. On the first sentence you will make, on the first sentence that you will make, it should be with little to no change in meaning, even after changing the infinitives into gerund or vice versa. While on the second one, it should has a change in meaning. For example, this is what you're going to do. For example, with little to no change in meaning. Zinal continue to work after giving birth, and Zinal continue working after giving birth. The verb we use is continue, and even after changing the infinitive to work into a gerund working, it still has the same meaning that even after giving birth, Zinal still chose continuing her work. Okay? And for the second one with change in meaning, Crystal stopped drinking coffee and Crystal stopped to drink coffee. In this sentence, Crystal stopped drinking coffee. It means that Crystal might love drinking coffee, but she stopped drinking it because she realized that it's not good for her health. While on this sentence, Crystal stopped to drink coffee, it's Crystal is doing something. Say, she's reading. She's reading, then she stopped just to drink a coffee. Is that clear?
Yes po, ma'am. Clear po.
Okay. Can you now create or formulate rather your own sentence?
Yes po, ma'am.
I will give you 5 minutes to do it, and your 5 minutes starts now. Okay, are you done?
Yes po, ma'am.
How about Siren? Are you done?
Yes po, ma'am. I just finished po.
Okay. Now let's listen to Miss Ruby Ann first.
Okay po, ma'am. My first sentence po is Liz started running when it rained. And if I will change the gerund into an infinitive po, it will be Liz started to run when it rained, which has little to no change in meaning at all po. And for the second one po is Rad forgot visiting his friends. And if I'll change the gerund into an infinitive po, it will be Rad forgot to visit his friends. Wherein the first sentence means that Rad does not have the memory of meeting his friends before. He might have them before, but he forgot about it. And after we change it into Rad forgot to visit his friends, which means that Rad did not meet his friends because he forgot to do so.
Okay, very good. Now let's have Mr. Santos.
Okay po. For my first sentence naman po, which have a little or no change in meaning po is Gino prefer to drink hot chocolate in the morning. And it turns into Gino prefer drinking hot chocolate in the morning. Then for the second one po, which with change in meaning po is Kresha quit to work here, which means that Kresha quit on her former job for her to work in my place. And if I will change the infinitive po into a gerund, um, it will it will be Kresha quit working here, which now means that Kresha just quit working on her former job po.
Very good. Thank you so much, Ruby Ann and Siren, for participating and for being active today. And it's nice to know that you understand well our lesson for today. Now, before we end our meeting, do you have any questions regarding our topic for today?
None so far po, ma'am.
None po ma'am, all is clear po.
Okay, we will now end our discussion here. See you on our next meeting. Stay safe and have a blessed day, everyone. You may now leave
Thank you so much
our
po,
meeting.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po ma'am.
Thank you.